Friends, good evening. Today I would like to do an interesting video on Mangal Dosh. So I already did this in Telugu few days back, but I would like to do this in Hindi, in English, so that many people can watch it and understand it. So Mangal Dosh is a very important thing for anyone to consider before they go for matchmaking, that most of you are aware, like whenever a girl or a boy they reach certain age, marriage age, uh, like people usually consult astrologer to see if their mangal dosha is matching. So it is auspicious either both of them have mangal dosh, or uh, both of them don't have mangal dosh. That is how astrologers decide the effect of mangal dosh in matchmaking. So, a boy's in boy's chart, uh, suppose a boy is having a Mangal Dosh and the girl doesn't have a Mangal Dosh. So, usually 90% of the people have this Mangal Dosh, because Mangal Dosh is seen from Lagna, Moon, from Venus, and also from Navamsa chart. Uh, from even from Navamshams also we look from ascendant, from Moon, and from Venus. But here the point that I would like to mention is most of the people when they do matchmaking, they see, yes, the boy has Mangal Dosh and the girl has Mangal Dosh. Yes, that's it, auspicious. But that should not be considered that way. So if both have Mangal Dosh, then we need to see, assess really what is the percentage of Mangal Dosh, Mars Dosh they have in their chart. So let me tell you the basic fundamentals, like how Mangal Dosh is produced. So in any chart, it could be in a boy's chart or a girl's chart. If Mars is in first house, second house, fourth house, seventh house, eighth house, 12th house, then that particular chart is said to have possess this Mars dosha, which is called Manglik Dosh, and also called Mangal Dosh. So let us keep this Mangal Dosh aside. Okay, let us in general, let us talk about the results of Mars sitting in these houses in a particular chart. So then you understand why Mangal Dosh is very important for anyone to consult and assess the intensity of Mangalik Dosh before they go for any alliance. Okay, suppose as I mentioned in my previous videos, Mars is a planet of fiery nature. So Mars is a commander, Mars is energy, Mars is initiation, Mars is power. So Mars possesses qualities like Sun, but Mars has a totally different characteristics. So Sun is seen as king, but Mars is seen as what we say mantri, uh, the minister of soldiers. So basically, he is known as commander. So when Mars is placed in certain houses, then that horoscope is said to have some issues. Suppose Mars is in first house. So as I mentioned, Mars is a planet of fiery, aggressive nature. So if Mars is in first house, what happens? So the person becomes argumentative, quarrelsome. He gets irritated when someone says something against him, and also his body actually carries lot of heat inside. And also there are some plus points also, like he becomes very he's a person of high energy, he possesses high energy, confidence levels, initiation. So Mars is a very important planet in anyone's chart. Position of Mars in a chart, it has a lot of bearing on the development of individual. So suppose Mars is in second house, what happens? So second house is a house of speech, self-expression, family. So if Mars sits in that house, Mars is a planet of energy, aggression, quarrelsome. So this person like is very argumentative, quarrelsome. So this is one of the best positions for lawyers to have. A vakil, a lawyer, if he has Mars in second house or in 10th house, that energy really works well because lawyers argument a lot. So also second house Mars indicates there is a lot of turbulence, imbalance in one's family because of that could be because of anything. Because Mars creates that kind of disturbance. Wherever the Mars in the house, that house actually it can't be a calm going, cool kind of house. It actually gathers a lot of attention from public people. Uh, and Mars in fourth house. So basically, fourth house is it stands for home, peace, pleasures, mother, properties. So Mars in this fourth house, basically he doesn't do well. He produces Manglik Dosha like he does in ascendant and in the second house. So why? Because Mars is a malefic planet, fiery in nature. So fourth house is one of the Kendra houses, and if a malefic planet like Mars in Mars sitting in fourth house, so it causes some lack of peace at home, not having cordial relationship with the mother, and this guy goes very aggressive in driving. He's quarrelsome because Mars is in Kendra. Okay, and Mars in seventh house. So Mars in seventh house also is as powerful as Mars is in ascendant. Seventh house also is one of the Maraka houses in addition to second house. Second house is Maraka, and another Maraka house is seventh house. So especially when we do matchmaking, we need to see if Mars dosha is there in a particular horoscope. If Mars is sitting in second or seventh house, then we need to ensure that we assess and match this horoscope with the opposite pair, with the girl or boy, to the closest level. Because in both the cases, Mars sitting in second house, Mars sitting in seventh house, he becomes Maraka also. Not only he produces Mangalik Dosh. So what happens if Mars is in seventh house? I have seen many people and I counsel many couples. So if any individual's chart Mars, the effect of Mars is there on the seventh house, either with respect to Mars residing in the house or aspecting seventh house, or Mars conjoining seventh lord, or Mars sitting in the star of seventh lord, then definitely this person uh, will have problem with his spouse. So one thing we could say is the things are not smooth with his spouse. That is one thing. The other thing is the spouse is of quarrelsome nature. She or he, they possess inferiority complexity. That because of this Mangalik Dosh. Also, seventh house Mars, he delays marriage. And also, Mars sitting in seventh house, aspecting ascendant, so it disturbs peace of mind of native. Okay, and Mars in eighth house. So Mars in eighth house is not a good position because eighth house is a sudden transformation. One thing, the other thing is marital bliss, life after marriage, and the relationship with in-laws. All these things are seen from eighth house. So Mars being a malefic planet and fiery and aggressive nature. So if Mars is in eighth house, two things happen. If the person is not married, he goes for some affairs, extramarital affairs, involves in extramarital affairs, because eighth house Mars he aspects second house from seventh aspect, and also after marriage he creates lot of problems with the spouse. I have seen many charts where people they got separated after marriage. They took divorce after marriage. I have seen many charts with Mars evil influence on eighth house. This is also one of the things, one of the important positions that an astrologer has to see and remediate. and also Mars in 12th house. So I covered Mars in ascendant, second house, fourth house, seventh house, and now we are talking about 12th house. So a 12th house is a house of hidden things, addictions, bad pleasures, self sacrifice. So, Mars is a fiery, aggressive planet. Okay, he doesn't really do well, he doesn't feel comfortable being in 12th house. So, as I mentioned, he's a commander, he's a military commander. So, if he gets into house of bed comforts and addictions, what happens? So if Mars he receives evil aspect from Moon, Venus, and Saturn, this guy involves in all bad things, addictions. So that's why the 12th house Mars is considered as one of the Manglik Doshas. Because why people look for Mars position, they see Manglik Dosha before they go for finalizing their match with the partner, because they want to see about the individual, his behavior, his character, his habits. All these actually are influenced by Mars position in various houses, especially the houses which I mentioned that produce Manglik Dosha. Mars sitting in first, second, fourth, seventh, 12th, 8th and 12th. So if a boy or a girl, so they have Mars in these houses, it is important to make sure the other side of the match, the boy or girl, they also have Mars in the same position. So that's how the energy is balanced. Because the boy is of fighting nature, aggressive, and the girl is also of fighting and aggressive nature. So basically that nullifies, and that's balances. If the boy is of aggressive nature and the girl is so soft and sensual, what happens? Maybe a few weeks after marriage, the girl goes for divorce, or says, I don't want to stay with you because you are aggressive, you are bullying, you are quarrelsome nature. So we need to really see how they match, the energies match with respect to Mars position in both the charts, in boy and girl's charts. And also we need to see Ashtakvarga points wherever the Mars is there. That is the best way to assess the strength of Mars, the strength of Mangal Dosha. Suppose a person has Mars in 8th house and the other person has Mars in 12th house. Both have Manglik Dosh as per the rule. But if we want to really see the severity of this Mangalik Dosh, we need to see the Ashtakvarga, of the house where the Mars sits. That gives a clue. If Mars, suppose if a person has, a boy as girl have suppose 30 points in Ashtakvarga for 8th house Mars, and the other person, the partner with whom they are going to have marriage, they have suppose 9 points in Ashtakvarga in 12th house. Even though both of them said to have Manglik Dosh, but they have a lot of gap, difference with respect to the energy of Mars that is produced in their charts. So that is not a good match. And also this is not only seen for matchmaking. So even people who are married, it is important to assess the position of Mars, especially for women, the ascendant Mars and the 10th house Mars, 7th house Mars, 8th house Mars. This is not considered to be good unless they are in certain professions. Suppose a girl or a woman, she's from law background, and it is good for them to have Mars in first house, 7th and 10th house. Okay, but still it makes a person very aggressive because Mars basically sitting in 8th house is aspect 2nd house. Mars sitting in 2nd house aspect, it influences speech. Mars sitting in the ascendant, it makes a girl or a woman very aggressive. A person who has Mars in second house without receiving the receiving benefit aspect of Jupiter, that person is considered to be a bad mouth person. So this is my analysis about Mangalik Dosha. So if you like my video, please press that like button and subscribe to my video. If you want to look for more detailed in-depth information about Mars, please visit my website www.trendingastro.com. Thank you.